Iran warns a heavy price after Israel targets nuclear sites and steel factories. Israel issues new evacuation orders in southern Lebanon. The Houthis say their fingers are on the trigger for direct military intervention. Here's what you need to know about the past 24 hours.
This war of aggression is blatantly unjustified and brutal.
But I think a tremendous mistake was when NATO just wasn't there.
This is not going to be a prolonged conflict.
Israeli forces have reportedly targeted key Iranian infrastructure, including the Shahid Kondab heavy water complex and the Ardakan yellow cake production facility, critical for uranium enrichment. There were also reported attacks on large steel plants in Isfahan and Ahvaz. Steel is a key sector for Iran's economy. Iran's Atomic Energy Organization reported a projectile hit near Bushehr nuclear power plant, but no casualties or damage were reported. International Atomic Energy Agency has issued a warning about the risk of a radiological accident if military strikes continue. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi warned Iran will exact heavy price following the attacks on several important infrastructure sites. And in retaliation, Iran launched missiles that struck the Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia, injuring at least 10 American troops and damaging refueling aircraft, according to US officials. Meanwhile, Iran also fired salvos into Israel. Israeli police say a missile strike in Tel Aviv killed at least one civilian and injured several others in the capital. And attacks have been reported across Iran. Israeli forces issued a new evacuation order in southern Lebanon, telling residents in multiple towns to move north of the Zahrani River, expanding earlier orders that had pushed civilians north of the Litani River. It is expected that hundreds of thousands of people will be displaced due to these latest evacuation orders. Meanwhile, Israeli opposition has criticized the government for fighting on multiple fronts without a strategy, and that the Israeli forces are in collapse. Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Washington expects to conclude its military campaign against Iran in a matter of weeks, and that the US can achieve its goals without deploying troops on the ground. In Yemen, the Houthis have issued a warning that their forces are on the trigger for direct military intervention if the US and Israel expand their war against Iran, or if the Red Sea is used as a staging ground for further attacks.
فإن القوات المسلحة اليمنية بعون الله تعالى وبالتوكل عليه نفذت أول عملية عسكرية، وذلك بدفعة من الصواريخ البالستية، والتي استهدفت أهدافاً عسكرية حساسة للعدو الإسرائيلي جنوبي فلسطين المحتلة.
That's it from me today. Stay with us at Al Jazeera for every development in the war on Iran.